Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? My name is baX. Welcome to playing the game of Star Realms. Today we're going to play a commentated game against gouda55 in real time. The format is Gambits, Events, Heroes, Fleets. Colony Wars is our base set. We got Cosmic Gambits, Command, Heroes, Assault, and then the most recent expansion, the Digital World, Stellar Allies. So starting off with 3 here, our 2 Gambits, Rise to Power, the 8 Authority, and the Draw, as well as we have the Veteran Pilots. Veteran Pilots going to give us, whenever you play a Viper game, an additional 2. So we got some pretty spicy cards out here. With the Veteran Pilots, we might try to push an advantage towards damage. So I'm going to take all 3 of these 1-cost cards, and we are going to pass the turn over to gouda55. They have Bold Raid, you may destroy target base, draw a card, and Gray Market. Choose a faction. Cards of that faction cost 1 less this turn. A lot of heroes out on the row. Hagen's on the row, Hartman's on the row, the Special Ops Director, and Commander Click. Mech Cruiser goes over to our opponent. Now with 3, we can't quite get Chancellor Hartman. So I actually, in this situation here, with our opponent having a scrap, even with Veteran Pilots, I'm gonna do something that may be a little, and maybe some of you already know where I'm going with this, but I'm basically gonna deny Veteran Pilots. So we're gonna scrap out 2 cards. We're gonna scrap out both Vipers out of our deck. Basically what we're doing with that move is we are saying, we wanna make sure that these cards don't mess up our ability to get high trade, and use that trade to get, like, generate revenue. We want to generate revenue, we want to get big cards on the road, then we want to purchase them. We have Spike Pod as a tool to help us do that. Plenty of trade in the deck, a lot of heroes still, and we actually can get a draw for 3 and then use as a draw for later as well. For now, though, we are going to take these 2 out. I like Assault Pod, I like Lancer. High damage, this is pretty intense, actually. This is a lot of very cheap, high damage. So we need to decide what direction we're going in. I think we are gonna go for some pretty heavy damage here. It's looking pretty good for us. We're gonna take Repair Bot and then Swarmer. Repair Bot gives us some scrap that we might be able to generate. Alignment Bot comes up, not going to give us the use that we were looking for. I was hoping to actually use that for 2 and then scrap a card from discard, but we bottom deck it. And right now, I'm actually kind of playing. We're kind of playing this game. Playing this game by the seat of our pants a little bit. I think often. I find myself doing things just to do them. And then trying to adapt to what I've done. And in this case, I think that's I think we're doing the same thing. So, in case there's a 5-cost here, we're gonna pop the bio. It's a 3-cost. So I think we're gonna take a lunch break here with the cargo launch, and then we're gonna gunship. 4851. Nothing really to see in regards to the authority totals just yet, but they are scrapping. Scrap games are pretty similar right now. Both teams kind of playing at the same pace. Now we do get 6 here, and that is enough for the heavy cruiser, and we will take the Star Barge. So we have gone into Star Empire, which is my favorite faction to play, but a lot of draw and faction draw. They'll get Moonworm, unless they want the Embassy Base. No, they want Moonworm. They didn't have enough for Embassy Base. Let's get rid of these 2. We'll be able to get through the shipyard. Warp Jump comes up. I actually like that. Oh. Not only that, but we hit our spicy combo. I mean, pretty fun stuff here, huh? So, do we Plenty of damage. Ram pilot, I kind of want to get that ram pilot tucked away over here. And I want orbital. Do I want to give up cargo launch to get both of those? Or am I getting good cantrip value from the cargo launch with faction abilities in yellow? I think I'm getting pretty good cantrip value out of it, but it might not be necessary. I'd rather have this to faction either the assault pod, the swarmer, and it's just 2 damage. I think we're gonna keep. And we'll just get rid of it. So we're gonna take the orbital platform. I'm gonna get rid of that blob bot. Repair bot's out. Spike pod can go another round. 30, 45. I can't leave the ram pilot because of Moonworm. Oh. Let's get Gunship up to the top. And we'll take War Elder for next hand. Okay. Well, there we go. So, if I had done that, if I had played that turn as efficiently as possible, what I would have done is seen the Moonworm in the deck and known that I had to take Ram Pilot, and then I would have organized my thoughts around that. I came to that conclusion late in my turn, but better late than never. If I had left that out there and they get Moonworm and then faction that and get a 2-cost card directly in the hand, I'm going to be punching myself that I let them do that. That was not what we were wanting to let happen. There is that Moonworm. So we did. Oh, they still get the faction with the cargo pod. They still get the faction. They still did the thing. Coalition Messenger is a pretty neat card. Peacekeeper goes over to our opponent. Also a good card. We're gonna take a lot of damage here. Do they send out pod or bot? Maybe send out the bot. Yeah, they do send out the bot. Are they gonna keep the cargo pod? I think they will. At least it's looking that way. Yep. Okay, so we get a double discard here. And we get enough to take the incinerator. What I'm looking at is the incinerator the best take? Incinerator is going to scrap up to 2 cards, and we gain 2 with faction for each card we scrapped in that way. Missile Silo, 3, discard, destroy target base, but it's double. It's going to faction our yellow. That's why I'm looking at that card. Or Coalition to faction blue. Either way, we're going to do that. We bottom deck the alignment bot again. You know, I think we are going to take the incinerator, but I am not at all convinced that that was the best play. I think Missile Silo might have been the best play. We sacrifice, but then we have leftover. Like, then we have leftover money. It's kind of a poor reason to do something, I guess, but that was tough. Because we get the 6 butt. We get the 6 butt on the incinerator. And the ability of the incinerator at this point is way better than the ability of the Coalition Fortress, because we only have the Solar Skiff to faction for that blue. But we do have the Solar Skiff to faction for that blue. So we're going to scrap that card from our discard pile. I'm going to play 2 here. Do we take Hartman or Click? Hartman might be the better take. Scrap is equal between both of us. Click, though, does get us the draw, and the reason I might not want to take Hartman is because I don't want to give them Click. And Click for us right now cycles 2 cards to try to get us into this. Hartman, on the other hand, scraps out 2. Right now, I actually think Click over Hartman in this situation. Because I don't want to scrap. I don't necessarily want to scrap these cards because we have Firebox. So let's send both out. We can get rid of Chancellor. 1 here, Spike Pot out, 1928. Our next turn's gonna be, or should be, pretty strong. We bottom decked the ones that we really wanted, but let's see. With 6, they'll take the exchange point. Exchange point's pretty strong. Actually, missiles, yeah, it's just, I like right at the, oh, a complete whiff. Oh, I feel so bad. That hurts. That hurts. They might concede. Nope, they didn't concede in time. We take the game. That was a pretty brutal whiff for them. Bacon coming up there at the end may have given us the edge, but us being able to draw into all of that, I mean, that is rough. That game was much closer than that ending made it seem. But good game, gouda55. Hope you guys found this a fun playthrough. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel. The button should be somewhere below me. If you like the video and share it with a friend who might like the video. And if you had any interesting insights, please comment below. I will see you guys tomorrow. Cheers. My name is baX. Peace. Yeah?